You are listening to KC Sports Network, proudly presented by Emprise Bank, your partner in possible.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Double victory pot. 2 games. Count them. 2 games, 2 victories, 2 competitions. Fired coach. Holy hell, we got some shit to talk about. Chris, what do you want to talk about?
I mean, where do you want to start? But, I'm a little sore right now. I ran a marathon this weekend.
It's weird,
which
bro.
Was stupid.
I did terrible introductions, by the way. I'm Daniel. That's Chris. Hello. Welcome. Chris decided to just run a marathon. Who does that? Who just says, like, I'm going to do it? That's insane, bro.
I regret it. My Achilles feels all messed up. I feel old. I feel older now than when I did before I ran. It's a brutal reminder. You're not as young as you think you are. And you're not as in good of shape as you think you are.
You said you wanted to go do more.
I'm thinking about it.
That's crazy.
I got to push myself. I got to have a reason to do something or I'm not going to do it. Okay. I don't know.
I'll be here getting a new hip, waiting to hear your time. So let me know.
Will do.
Jesus. Oh, man. Well, good for you, buddy. Good for you getting out there, supporting your partner, letting her whoop your ass in that marathon. And not that you were racing. I know you weren't. No. But, she was just like, I can't wait on this guy.
So a little bit of background, we hardly trained, right? When you and I ran.
That's crazy.
When you and I ran, we trained. We had a 16-week regimen. We trained hard. We were very strict on everything.
Dude, it was more than that, wasn't it? Wasn't it 20 weeks or something?
It might have been. I don't know. That's a couple years ago. But this one, I hardly did any training. And then the week before, I was like, oh, my Achilles is a little sore. I'll worry about it later. I'm not too concerned. Mile 4, I really feel it. So I had to run 22 miles with a really sore Achilles.
You felt it on mile 4. Those of you paying attention, a marathon is 26.2 miles, and this man had 22.2 miles to go. Insane, bro.
I could only walk uphill. If it was an uphill, I couldn't run. It was ridiculous. Ooh. It was stupid. I probably should have stopped.
About to medevac your ass out of Olathe.
Vanessa's she's looking back. She's way ahead of me. She didn't know that I was trailing further behind her because of it. And I was just like, just go.
Just leave me.
Leave me. Do your best.
Oh my God, dude.
And she left me. She did well. So I'm proud of her as well.
It's one of the hardest things I've ever done. I remembered I had to go down my stairs backwards at home after we ran that marathon. And I know damn well I started training in April and the marathon was in October. So I'm pretty sure 5 or 6 months of training.
Yeah.
Just freaking, I would never do that again. It's terrible. Terrible on your body. I can tell you for a fact right now, my hip has been popping just walking. And I'm not talking about a little crack. It jolts me to where I just go, oh shit, did I about fall down? I was like, could I fall in this office right now? Because that's not great.
You're like an old grandma, man. Anything will just shift your hips and you'll just hear a crackling of bones and you'll just fall to the floor.
It's so scary. And I worked out. Today was leg day. So shit was just sore already. Hip replacement's the only thing to fix it. But I'm not trying to have that year-long recovery. Who am I, the Undertaker? What are these hips, dude? I haven't been wrestling for 50 years like some of those guys.
Man, I don't know. Maybe a little later. Maybe when you're 50 or 60.
I don't know. There's a point where I'm like, why not now? Well, because you don't want to have to get a second one later on. That's what it is.
That's true.
So, anywho, welcome to us talk about physical therapy. It's that's what this is now. We got our special guest Mallory Weber here, who can talk to us all about being injured, because what a fucking sob story that is. Mallory Weber, dude, retore her same ACL.
Brutal, man. I got to interview her for Media Day, and she was so happy to come back. She was so excited. She talked about how things didn't go to plan yet. She expected to be back sooner, but she adapted and challenged herself and helped the team in other ways. So we all know how excited and happy she was to be back and to come back first game, just as a way to reintroduce yourself, get some minutes, nothing overly competitive. At the time they're up 2-0. I think it was the 80 something minute 70th minute, something like that.
Yeah.
Just to get some time in. I didn't see it. I couldn't find a stream. But nonetheless, hearing her go down, man, we all feel bad for her. It just sucks. We know how hard she worked for it.
What do you mean you couldn't find a stream? What are you talking about? We were there, right?
No, that was Houston.
Oh, sorry, Houston. You didn't watch the game?
I couldn't. I couldn't find a stream. I don't have CBS Sports.
Oh, no. That's right. It was on CBS Sports.
Yeah.
I'm so sad for you. That was a blast of a game.
I was following like everything on Twitter. I tried to on the current app. They have like a listening section where they'll like do an audio, like play-by-play audio. They didn't have it for that game, so I had no way other than social media. Man,
man, that's wild. I am like, sorry, trying to get my camera right here.
Framing yourself.
You gotta frame yourself, dude. Look at the scarves back there. My wife put all these up. Looking good, huh?
Yep.
There's
right
more
behind those shoes.
There's more up here as well. A little Angel City FC, little Royal Rumble scarf up here. That's good times.
All right.
Anyways, man, let's start at the beginning. What do you think? I since we were talking about physical therapy, I had to jump into Mallory Weber's sadness. I'm sure she's just gutted as well, dude. She mentioned on Twitter how it's just very depressing, right? But hey, we had a press conference from not Cami Levin, right? Is that not what happened to her last name?
Married, I think.
Okay.
Right? I think,
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do not know this. I just saw it was Camille Ashton. I thought it was Levin. Someone's gonna have to clear this up for me because I'm an idiot. So let me know what happened to that name. Names just can't be disappearing on me when I'm learning it one way, and then I got Mallory Swanson over here. It's crazy.
It's tough times, man. And our head coach, how do you pronounce that last name? Like, it's still a mystery.
New head coach.
I've listened to multiple people say her last name, and everybody did it a little bit differently. So,
it's Hublum. You got to put the Hublum.
You got the Sweden colors on. You're saying it right, man. Everything's working.
They are Swedish colors. It is an Italian team's jersey, but it is Swedish colors, yellow and blue. Kind of weird, right?
A little weird, yeah. But
what's that about? Juventus had a yellow and blue thing going on. Cheaters.
It looks good. I like it.
It's a slick jersey. I'll wear it out and about, but I'll wear it with like red shorts, and I'm like, Jesus, I'm like a colored pencil over here. Looking all sorts of colorful. Dude, we did a little emergency pod last week since news broke, and so we talked about Matt Potter's dismissal, firing, if you will. More news has come out since then. Not much, because they're very sneaky snakes. They'll try to keep secrets from us, and it's like we'll get to the bottom of this, or we'll speculate gloriously like we do. But dude, it has been said that Cammy Ashton. Camille? Does she go by Camille? What am I talking like I'm on a first name basis with her? Cammy? Absolutely not.
I go ahead and do Camille, but
it's Camille. Who the hell am I?
I have heard that's very true. I've heard people say Cammy, so I was like, we'll just roll with it. But yeah,
I thought
Camille.
so too.
Camille.
Sea-Dog went down to Houston and told Matt Potter, hey, we're gonna go with someone else. We're done deal. I know you're down here. You train these ladies. Things happened. Something's going on. It has to be a locker room situation. I mean, supposedly this had nothing to do with the Makia Menace situation.
Right.
So I can only assume that this is just what is it? The players are unhappy. Like, is he a dick? I don't know the guy. What happened?
I think there's a lot to process, but just starting from the beginning, right? During the press conference, Camille said that there was a breakdown in communication with ownership and staff, and ultimately this was a management and ownership decision. So, in the press conference, at the post-game press conference, Lowe said that they didn't ask for their feedback. She didn't know what was going to happen. So I don't know how in a press release you say that they took the pulse of the locker room, which to me, the initial press, they said that they were looking at the pulse of the locker room. I don't know how you do that, but not ask for the feedback of the players.
Whoa.
Like, to me, those two don't make sense.
No, not at all. I mean, when you're saying that the locker room is not happy, essentially, first of all, let's start there. A player should not have to be answering questions about the dismissal of their head coach.
100%.
What the hell is that, CBS Sports? Why are you doing that? I didn't care for that. Even CC Kaiser at like halftime was asked about it as well. And you could tell it just kind of caught her off guard. And she's like, yeah, we're very, surprised, but we're going to move forward and keep working as a team, blah, blah, blah. Because what are you supposed to say? Right. What was she supposed to say? Yeah, glad the bastard's gone. I mean,
they found out that day, right?
Yeah.
Like, so what are they supposed to say? Especially when they don't even know what happened. Or
dude, they're in the dark like we are.
Yeah. So,
or the pulse of the locker room is wrong. Like, what is that comment? Camille Ashton's press conference was a whole lot of nothing, by the way. It was
20
nothing.
minutes of essentially nothing.
It was 20 minutes of blah, blah, blah. Let me spoon feed you to have a quote here, a quote there, just for Twitter to say, you've told us nothing. That was weird.
And to be fair, I will say that there could be some legalities involved. Maybe they can't comment on stuff yet.
What is she running for office? It's that the way she spoke was like politician. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, it was tough, man. But ultimately, to me, what I think happened was there was a conflict between staff, ownership, and Matt Potter. Like there had to be some disconnect there, and they were not satisfied, probably with the on-field results, but how he was handling things in a way that you and I don't see. Maybe the players might see, but us outside of that team would probably have no idea it exists. But there had to have been a combustible element. There's no way that you let him go a day before a game while he's in Houston and just make it seem like this was something we were thinking about and we just decided to make this decision now. Absolutely not. Something had to have happened. Maybe they got into an argument. Maybe something was said. Maybe the two parties soured very quickly. I don't know. But to act like this was not a quick decision, I mean, there had to have been a combustible element, but I don't know if we'll ever figure out what that was.
Yeah, this was not thought through. Again, we got no new info on the Makia Menace situation either. Ashton said that they aren't aware of any violations of the CBA in this situation. They hope Makia is genuinely doing well and was sorry to hear about things that she experienced that were brought to light. Makia Menace responded to this, by the way, on Twitter. Can you sum that up at all, or should we look it up?
Go ahead and look it up. I don't want to misquote her. She deserves better.
Yeah, no, not gonna. I have it right here. Look how fast I am. She said, sorry to hear about the things I experienced, or sorry for your part in it. You'd think a former player in the league would understand accountability better. Oh boy, shots fired. Pew, pew. That was a bad deal, dude.
It's pretty brutal, man.
Pretty brutal. Who knows? Maybe press conferences will get better and less diplomatic. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Things are weird at this club sometimes, but hey, we're getting W's, and that's all that matters.
It seems like they can't get out of their own way, right? Like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So hopefully they can figure out whatever's going on and right that ship.
Exactly. Well, Makia, you got a retweet from me. Folks, we're going to take a real quick break, and we'll come back and talk about some W's.
Thanks for listening to KC Sports Network. Make sure you download our new app. Find it on the App Store or Google Play. Just search KC Sports Network. Entertain, educate, inform. KC Sports Network.
What's up, bud? We're back. Folks, hello. Victory Podcast Thursday for your ear holes. What a time. What a time to be alive. Winning feels great. I'm excited. I'm euphoric even, and I want more. Can you smell it? There's more coming. It's coming, dude. I don't want to say that, we only won because we beat Orlando. Well, we also beat a pretty decent Houston team at Houston. So let's start there. Let's break down this Challenge Cup situation, man. A 2-0 win. I don't know if I saw that coming for their first win of the season in all competitions.
Well, both squads played some of their depth. And for us, whatever depth we had, right?
Sure.
Houston didn't start their big three up top, Sanchez, Ordonez, and Salmon.
We kind of played what we had. I mean, we didn't go for subs.
Well, we did have Debinha on. We had a new back line with Robinson and Soto.
Well, you had to. Who else are you going to put in there?
We had to. But man, we played well. We played really well. And let's take a quick step back. The expectation was we were going to go in and get absolutely crushed, right?
Yeah.
That was the expectation. And for these players, you know, to experience what they experienced prior to that game, to come in, rally together as people and as a team, and get a win and look great doing it, man, that makes me really proud of these players.
Yeah, I mean, Shea Groom wasn't playing on the other side either, right?
Right.
She's not injured either. She just wasn't playing. Just a little rotation, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a long mixture of Challenge Cup and
Gotcha.
season.
Well, you know, we could have said we were rotating the lineup, but we weren't. We weren't. You know, our new coach, Hublum, was sounds like problems. She a problem right there, dude. She might be a problem. She might have a good lineup on her hands, and this team might be a problem for many other teams, dude. There's little storylines like, has AD French lost her job, or did she get a week off? Did she get a little vacation? CC Kaiser, is she great? She might be great. Debinha's electrifying. Low with the freaking amazing outside the foot curling assist to Kaiser, where she just gazelled her way onto the end of that ball. Insane. In the press conference, she was like, I have long legs, so I was able to get it. And Lowe just kind of rolled her eyes and was like, must be nice. I'm like, oh boy, that if there's two opposites, right? You got like
it's right there.
Skyscraper legs over here, and then like little footies over here.
You know, they have such a cool connection.
Yeah,
Kaiser and Lowe. So that's a lot of fun to watch. So taking a quick look at some of the stats here. I got the expected goals swapped on our sheet here, but Kansas City had 1.3 for expected goals, and then Houston had, I want to say it's 0.6.
0.06. Yeah.
Okay.
You said, yeah, you swapped them here. I was like, KC did not have 0.06. How's that make sense?
But man, we just played well. It was a fun game. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but it was a fun game. A clean sheet from Cassie Miller. I mean, we haven't had one of those since the beginning of the season, right?
Yeah.
Debinha and Kaiser, man, like they're both so fun to watch. Debinha's like spark plug. Wherever she's at, something happens. Something happens wherever she's at. And she drags players across the field with her. On the second goal that CC Kaiser scored, Debinha soaked in the pressure. Two players like just attracted to her, and she flipped it, down the line. Which I'm blank on who did the cross. But yeah, she absorbed that pressure and then kicked it out, like created that whole situation. A narrative that we're going to have moving forward is this defensive back line. Soto and Robinson played really well. I mean, who let Soto like not on a team? Like, she's been fantastic.
I don't know, man. I was skeptical at first. I was just like, man, this gal's got to come in here and be thrown into the mix right away because there's no other choice. Like, she has to be.
Right.
So we're happy to have her, man. You and I, we work full time, so we haven't had an interview in here for a while, but I would love to have someone like Soto on here and talk about acclimating to a new club in the middle of the season, because going to a new club in the middle of the season, it's not normal. It's not normal to have to join a new club in the middle of the year.
Right.
So I don't know, man. Well, I always say that, but
I would love to get Soto on. Let's try it.
We have real jobs, bro. It's not as easy anymore, and I
know.
Maybe we'll reach out.
I'm the optimist. We'll make it work.
Do they still over there? We'll see.
Yeah.
buddy, this was CC Kaiser. She's the deal, man. She is the deal. How come no one's playing her goal song when she scores? Red Hot Chili Peppers, when they say, how come everybody want to kick it like the Kaiser? Right? Is that not the lyric?
I think, yeah, I mean, probably Wrights, I don't know if they can play it, but
oh my Lord. All right.
I would love it though. I would love it.
Give me the aux cable. I got it.
Bluetooth it in there from your phone.
Yeah. What's the Wi-Fi password? Let's go. I don't know. I'm just being goofy.
But you know what though, real quickly, going back to that defense, this was a great game for them to come in here and play a little bit carefree, knowing that the regular season was not on the line. Right. And
sure,
their chemistry and their confidence shot right up there because of this game. And it's going to show. It showed in the Orlando game. It absolutely did.
Yeah, 100%. And after, one game into the Challenge Cup, we have how many are in a division? Four teams?
Four.
So
3 divisions.
We play each team twice.
Yeah.
So we have freaking 5 games left in this thing. But after one game, first place, baby. First place in the Central Division. Let's go.
We'll take it.
Hey, we'll take it, man. I love these side competitions, dude. We got Sporty Kansas City winning their U.S. Open Cup shit. We got KC Current winning their Challenge Cup and kicking things off against Orlando as well. So, should we pivot to Orlando?
Absolutely.
We're just winning games 2-0, dude. We're just winning games 2-0 all the time. It's great, bro. It's fun. Carolyn Herblum, she made some freaking tactical decisions. All of a sudden, you see Cassie Miller again, and you're like, is AD Franch bad in practice or something? Like, what are we missing? Because presumably she's going to be in the national team for the Women's World Cup this summer. But if you can't be seen by that national team coach, if you can't get consistent minutes, that lowers your chances for that. So, storyline of the week, as we preview this week's game, let's see if AD Franch plays this weekend. And then you'll know, okay, she had a week off. If she doesn't play, Franch fans, that's fun to say. Let's get worried a little bit because I don't know. Cassie Miller's playing great too, though, man. Clean sheet.
I mean, if anything, we have confidence in our number 2 now, right? We don't have to go looking for somebody because we feel like our number 2 can't live up to, to the expectation. I'm really happy for Miller, man. She played great. She could probably start somewhere in this league.
Sure.
But I'm happy we have her as a number 2. Maybe number 1. Maybe number 1. I don't know.
In this league. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be her role, dude. I don't know. I know you're kind of skeptical on that. You're kind of like, no, France is just getting a little break. And I'm like, 2 games of a break? Feels weird. I understood the Challenge Cup situation, right, but I highly expected France to be back for Orlando.
I think what I think is going on is they're just giving her a step back, reassess, readjust, fresh eyes. Don't overthink it. I mean, she gave up a lot of goals over the first 3 games. So,
yeah,
a total of what? A total of 9.
I mean, yeah.
Chicago, Portland, and North Carolina. So I think it was a way for her to get a fresh set of eyes, take a step back, and just reevaluate and reassess moving forward.
And Cassie Miller's given up how many?
I mean,
fucking 0, bro.
Zero.
I mean, it's looking good. You got a pretty decent New York, New Jersey, Gotham team coming to town. So that'll be fun, man. See how that goes.
That'll be a test.
It will be. I'm excited. I'm excited for them because they've really retooled their team. They might be fun to watch, and it'll be interesting to see how we do. But this Orlando game, man, CC Kaiser just picking up where she left off, getting assist and reaching out for it and put it in the back of the net. I'm just so impressed by her. I don't know, hometown girl, right?
Yep.
From Kansas City area. But got to score twice against her old team, Houston. She played for them before, and so she scored on them twice Wednesday. And then got to score some more, as well as Dabinia. Got her first goal of the season, right? Was it her first goal this season? Am I misspeaking?
She has 2. She had
Second
that
goal.
chip. She had that chip against Chicago.
Yes. Oh, that cheeky ass
That
chip.
little cheeky chip.
Yeah, cheeky chip.
Cheeky chip.
It was, dude. Haley Mace had 2 assists, right?
Yeah, she had both of them.
She was constantly in on it. She's a beast, dude. She kind of looks like Charlotte Flair from WWE, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, just like freaking solid muscle, like lean and long, and just a hell of an athlete. Not a soccer player, an athlete. Like she could go do something else if she wanted to, you know. But we should be glad we have her. And if she doesn't go to the World Cup, it's a tragedy. But we're happy to have her on the team, no doubt. And again, the back line was great, right?
Yeah, it was a continuation. It was a continuation of their play from Houston. I mean, Robinson is having fewer and fewer mistakes. She's not giving the ball away. She's not playing that safe, just kicking it out. She's not being as reckless. And after the game, coach said one of the things that impressed her was the communication between Soto, Robinson, and Merrick. So if you want to win a starting job, or at least be a solid backup, and you want to impress your coach, communicate, especially on that back line. And they absolutely did that. They didn't do any bad passes. They didn't do anything crazy. They just kept everything in front of them and just made smart passes. And Merrick was a threat too. Yeah. I mean, she was flying down that side. Like, she did such a good job.
Man, it was nice to also see some newbies get in there. People subbed on later on in the game. I want to say Rylan Childers did, right?
Rylan, Spanstra.
Yep.
Izzy came in, not exactly a newbie, but Izzy came in a little earlier. And Hublum, like, I loved her subs. Like, Cooper worked her ass off. Like, she hustled her tail off, never got a great look. I can't wait for her to get a goal. I'm going to be so excited once she finally gets one, because I feel like that's just going to break the dam, right? Like, once she gets one, it's like a shooter in basketball. Once you hit one, they're coming. And I think that's going to be the situation with her. She played really hard, did a lot of good things, but just couldn't find the back of the net. She came off for Izzy. Izzy played that kind of left back role. And then Mace came up and was attacking down that left side. And, you know, she had that nice little cut and then passed it to Bina for the goal. And then she had that cross where CC got her foot on it. So I just love that substitution. I don't know if Potter makes that sub, but it just goes to show you that she is tactically smart. And she noticed in her interview after, she wanted to wear them down and then make that sub. So that was a kind of a pre-planned situation, or something that she saw at least.
That's tactical, man. That's good thinking. And I was worried this game, like at halftime, you see the score and you see how we've been playing. It's like, oh man, why can't we put the dagger in these ladies? Why can't we be done with Orlando? Like, send them home. And it just, all we needed was 4 or 5 little minutes in the second half to drop 2 goals on them. Just went hard, man. Kate Del Fava had a good game.
Yeah.
Huge Brazilian support there, man. People cheering every time Debinha or Marta got the ball. Just very cool to see all the Brazilian colors, all the bright yellow jerseys out there, you know. I think they tried to stick around and like meet some of the fans too, didn't they?
I saw Debinha. Yeah, Debinha hung around and I think she signed whatever and took pictures with all the fans. That was really cool. Also, when Marta was subbed off, I think they booed because they were mad that Marta came off.
But she's coming back from injury, right?
She's coming back from injury, but Marta was mad. She didn't want to come off. She's a competitor.
Sure.
So she was upset she had to come off, but
there's
probably
a method
smart
to that. Everyone
probably
knows.
Smart. Yeah.
Michelle Cooper was beasting it again.
Yeah.
Not getting rewarded with any goals. She's not getting it done there. But damn it, if she's not one of the biggest hustlers out there, just working, dude, a workhorse, you know, doing the stuff that isn't on the score sheet. So love to see that. Puts pressure on everybody. is absolutely the first line of defense if the ball gets taken away. So it's interesting. You guys watch her next game. Watch her on defense, and you'll be like, is she a left back now? She tracks back so crazy far. It's impressive. DiBernardo, dude, nice in the midfield, right? You mentioned that. Cool to see Izzy Rodriguez back in there, of course.
She has been such a good calming presence in the midfield. Our midfield is a lot less panicked. We're positioned better. She's doing all, like you said with Cooper, a lot of stuff is not showing up on the stat sheet.
Mm-hmm.
DiBernardo is doing exactly that. She's doing so much stuff that you just don't see, and she's doing it at a high level. And when she came back, even though Chicago was the first game back and Chicago did not go well, we looked really good.
Yeah.
Like, we looked like the better team, but, we weren't. But we looked like the better team, and she was definitely a part of that. And that's been consistent with her on the field.
Gotcha. Well, here's some things of note on our little cheat sheet here. Debinha is second in goals per 90 minutes. Is that right? Just behind Sophia Smith?
That is correct.
It's pretty wild. 2 goals in I don't know how many minutes. She hasn't played many games, but we're definitely a better team with her out there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, I try to put together a little bit of stats because I just want to take a quick snapshot of where we were right now. We're starting to develop an identity that's starting to come into fruition as players come back, as we all get time and chemistry and confidence together. So I just want to take a quick snapshot of where we are now. Kooser and Debinha 2 goals. Mace leads the team with 2 assists. Again, it's early. But according to FotMob, is that FotMob?
I don't know. FotMob.
Yeah. Anyway, the top-rated players on our team in order: Kaiser's number 1, DiBernardo's number 2, Loera, Debinha, Lowe, Cooper, Mace, Merrick, and Soto. So I'm not exactly sure what goes on in the metrics behind, like, how are they getting these ratings, but Kaiser is an obvious one, right? DiBernardo is doing so much we're not seeing, but she's doing it so well.
Yeah.
Loera obviously is unfortunately hurt, but when she's on the field, she can be a difference maker. Debinha, don't say no more. Lowe, obviously a difference maker. And then Cooper's on there, even though she hasn't even scored. So they're doing a lot of things that are not showing up on the stat sheet. And I, at some point, anticipate all that work and effort will show up on the stat sheet.
True. I'm hoping this game is a sign of things to come. Getting our first league win. Hard for me to put too much stock into it because I'm like, okay, Orlando's not that great. A win's a win, and it's tough to get a win in these leagues at all. So we'll just have to see, man. But damn it, if it doesn't make me excited for this Sunday's game against Gotham. And we're going to talk about it all when we come right back. Stay tuned.
Thanks for listening to KC Sports Network. Make sure you download our new app. Find it on the App Store or Google Play. Just search KC Sports Network. Entertain, educate, inform. KC Sports Network.
We're back, bro. What's up, man?
Chop us right back in there.
Always chopping us back in, dude. It's my new thing. I'm trying to make it a thing. So you come in with the chop. You know you're ready for business. Got Gotham coming to town. Exciting stuff. Don't know what to expect from them. They've really turned the tables. They've really turned the corner this year, man. They were not great last year. They had a lot of good additions to their team this year. They're currently sitting 4th place with 9 points. So we're 11th with 3 points. That's fine. You know where that jumps us if we beat them this Sunday? I mean, that's a hell of a swing. Gets us 6 points.
I think I have it here somewhere. Where is it? Oh gosh, there's like 3 or 4 teams that have 3 points. Currently. Really? Yeah. So we're all bunched together. We get a win. I mean, we're on the outside of the playoffs looking in, and I know you can't even talk about that this early, but just to go to show you how bunched up everything is. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a close game.
It's gonna be a fun game. 5:00 Sunday. Just dude, worth noting though, Gotham has had the easiest schedule to date. So they've beat Orlando and North Carolina, which we beat Orlando and lost to North Carolina first game. We can throw that out.
Right.
But they beat Angel City, and I'm like, well, Angel City's not bad, are they? Are they doing bad this year?
It's hit and miss.
Okay.
They're solid, but they're not great.
Okay.
They
lost to Seattle.
They lost. Yeah. Out of their 4 strikers, 3 of them are hurt. So
well, they do have someone named Lynn Williams. Ever heard of her?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I was talking about Angel City. That's not Angel City who they beat. So Angel City's not that good, is where I'm getting at. I mean, they're okay. But yeah, they haven't played anybody worth note. They haven't played a Portland. They did play the Reign, and they lost 2-0. So, when they play good competition, they struggle.
Yeah. Dude, it'll be weird. It'll be weird to see what happens. I don't know if we're good competition yet, but I think we're getting something done. I think this new coach is going to help. I don't know. Maybe we want to play. Maybe the ladies are ready to rally behind her a little more than they were willing to with Mr. Potter. I don't know. But, hey, we'll actually get to see Lynn Williams play in Kansas City. That's kind of weird.
I mean, a year ago, I wouldn't have told you, that we're going to see her play for the first time against her.
Yeah.
For Gotham, but I'm excited to see her play.
She's blasting it for Gotham, doing very well.
She's crushing it. There's
goals.
no other way around it. She's crushing it.
She's going to the national team too and scoring goals.
Yep.
Former KC current player Abby Smith is doing well for them. Is that right?
Yep, she is. I think she has the most saves. I think at the moment she's having a great year with Gotham. Their defense is good as well, so they help protect her. But she's had a great year, and I'm really happy for her. She got traded for France from Kansas City, so I'm happy to see her be successful, and she's doing a great job right now.
Yeah.
She's making the most of her opportunity for sure.
Drawing blanks here. They have another player who left us. Defender. Who is this?
Kristen
Edmonds. There it is.
Yep.
Forgot all about it. Is she playing? Is she getting consistent minutes?
She's playing. Yep. She's getting starting minutes. They have Kelly O'Hara, national team player on the back line, and former national team player Ali Krieger, 2-time World Cup champion for the U.S.
Yeah.
So they have a good back line. They really do. So it's going to be tough to crack it.
And you know what? This will be the game Michelle Cooper cracks it. Let's just say it. Let's just say that bold prediction that Michelle Cooper gets on the board this game, dude.
Put it on video. It's on video, man.
I love it. It's on video, so you know it's there. When it happens, you can go back and be like, is this guy a soccer genius? The answer is yes.
Well, what's crazy is Williams and Cooper are going to be playing each other, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they play the same position across the field.
Right. They'll never see each other, really.
You might see one of them hustle back to make a defensive play. You can see that. But, I mean, if Cooper can score a goal and we can shut down Lynn Williams, that will go a long way in helping the narrative. Because right now, a lot of people are thinking that we made a bad choice. We made a bad decision. We shouldn't have made that trade. Because you just performed. And people are reactive, right? People aren't going to look at it, what it could be 3-4 years down the road. One thing I think that's interesting, people don't mention at all, was Lynn Williams has 1 year left on her contract. And when that's done, she's going to get paid for that CBA. She's going to get paid as she should, and I hope she does.
Yeah.
But we got Cooper. We got Cooper for 3 years? So at a lower financial.
Yeah.
So, that may be rough the first year, but we can use that money and allocate it elsewhere in the team. So that's something to think about.
Listen, you all think the Cooper thing, might not have been a good idea, getting rid of Lynn Williams like that because of stats. But I'll tell you what, no one's more aware of that than Michelle Cooper.
Yes.
You think she's not thinking about that she's not questioning herself and having an internal dialogue like, hey, get your shit together. You're the deal now. They just traded away national team superstar Lynn Williams for you. So get it together. She knows. So everyone can say what they want. She knows she needs to produce. So I bet no one puts as much pressure on her as her. I don't know that for a fact, but it feels like human nature, right?
Right. Yeah. And everywhere she goes, she hears about it, and she's probably tired of hearing it. That was not her fault. Lynn Williams was traded for her.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she's tired of hearing about it. I'm sure she's tired of, her being questioned and guessed about the trade. She wants to go in there, shut everybody up, and just everybody move on. And I think that's what she intends to do on Sunday.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's coming because you can only get denied so many times. You can only miss a shot so many times. It's something's gonna break, but damn it, if I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it happens this weekend because she needs the confidence. As a striker, if you don't hit the goal by now, it's sad, and you get freaking down on yourself, and then you start to get desperate, and then you start taking shots that maybe you shouldn't start taking, putting yourself in positions that are, bad for the team. I don't know, man. It's probably not quite there because she's a professional. She knows what she's doing.
She's young. She's like what? She's like 20 or 21 or something like that.
Something like that. But she's turning up the heat on herself. Yes. I guarantee it. She's like, fuck, I'm the deal now. I got to do it. I got to carry my team. So.
And she starts up top. Like in practice, they made the clear decision to start her up top. So they think that she's the better player to be up there.
She's 20, bro. 20 years old. That's the future. That age right there, someone that's 20 years old is the future.
Dude, look up Sophia Smith. Look up Sophia Smith.
Why am I doing that?
Because she's incredibly young, and it'll blow your mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. She's 22.
She won MVP of the league.
Yeah.
Had 2 incredibly good years. It's going to start up top for the national team, and she's 22 years old.
Yeah. I don't like that this picture just popped up.
I don't like that either.
I don't like that either. Her scoring on us in Washington, D.C., putting her goddamn freaking hands out.
Famous pose.
Look at that. If you guys are following us on YouTube, you just saw the picture we're talking about. So go check it out. Wow.
But yeah.
Look at all sassy and shit with her goddamn nine ponytail knots. You don't need that many ponytail knots. As one guy with a ponytail, let me tell you how to do your hair.
I cannot comment on such things. I can't
either. I'm just being a douchebag.
But it's going to be a good game. I think we're better than where we are on the table. I don't think they're as good as where they are on the table. I think we're both somewhere in that middle, and we're going to meet. And it's a big 3 points, man. We get 3 points, we're right in it. We're in the middle of the table. It's almost like the first 2 games didn't even happen. First 2 or 3 games.
Grab these home games. You got to take them. You got to win them. Cool. It'll be a challenge for sure, man. It'll be fun, and I'm excited to be out there again so soon. Very excited.
Oh, by the way, the fans really showed up last week.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 9,000, like 900 or 9,000 and something.
More than a U.S. Open Cup game.
And we need that energy. We need to keep bringing it. We were 0-3, and we brought in 9,000 people.
Absolutely. Keep coming out.
Let's
keep getting loud.
Going.
Keep waving those big ass flags. They give those big ass flags to those small ass women, and they're just like, and they're just killing it. And I'm just like, my shoulders hurt just watching that. and they're just getting it, dude. Just fucking whipping that huge flag around.
It's all in the hips, man. They just like
all in the hips.
There you go. You're doing it right there. But yeah, it's all in the hips. Hopefully yours don't break over there. I can hear the crackles and the.
I'm scared to stand up right now. I have a standing desk at my new job, by the way.
Oh,
it's pretty cool. Goes up and down. Sounds a little bit like a tornado siren when it moves. Like in the distance, I'm like, what's that noise? Oh, it's my desk. It's pretty cool. I'm big time now. You know, for those of you that don't know, just only moved to Topeka and got a new job, changed my life. Things are weird now. So
big time.
Life is good, bro. But also very busy. So I appreciate you doing this. A little quick NWSL tidbit. Old friend Amy Rodriguez named head coach of the new expansion team, Utah Royals. I don't know if you can call it an expansion team. We were them, you know, a couple years ago. But they're back. And FCKC legend, KC current great, North Carolina Courage great, Amy Rodriguez, head coach. Congrats to her.
Man, I'm so happy for her, man. Like,
legend.
If there was legend, like for what she did for FCKC, the U.S. women's national team. Like, if there's a lot of really talented players on FCKC. The two of my favorites, Sauerbrunn and Amy Rodriguez. So to see her now have a head coach position, super happy for her. Super happy for her.
Yeah,
and
man.
She's gonna kill it. She's gonna crush it.
It's crazy to think how good FCKC was, and even crazier to think the support that team lacked. They only went in one championship.
From the ownership.
You know? Yeah.
I think they won 2, right?
They won like back-to-back, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Hell of a time. That's when I was first getting into soccer, and I was like, the women are good, and I just started watching them, and it was hard to watch them, of course. They weren't always on TV and stuff, but man, this league's really growing, right? It's just a good time. The iron's hot, and they're striking, man. So if only it was the Challenge Cup was on Paramount Plus, which some games were,
yeah,
but ours was not. So
I went down. I probably got like 10 viruses trying to find a stream for that thing. I was using a VPN trying to use like NWSL's international like feed, and it was not letting me. I tried everything, everybody. I really did.
Well, I
got like 87 pop-ups that went past my pop-up blocker. It was not great.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you, bro. I was using my dad's cable.
Hopefully that's the first and only for us. Hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. CBS Sports Network, man. You know what though? CBS Sports has an app for smart TVs. My LG doesn't always have apps for everything, but they had a CBS Sports app, and it wasn't bad. There was no buffering or anything. It was good.
So you're over here living the big life, new job, crushing it. Like you said, things are going well. You know, living the CBS Sports life. You know, some of us don't have those luxuries, man. Some of us have to go on some Israeli, Romanian streams, you know, downloading viruses so we could watch it.
Don't go check Chris's browser history because he had like Russian model pop-up ads and shit. Little porn bots like, hey, handsome. And you're like, nah, no, thank you.
It's ridiculous. It was so frustrating.
Man, I don't know why I didn't just invite you over then. Dude, you would absolutely drive to Topeka to watch an away game. We should do that sometime.
We absolutely should.
Not a big deal. You and Vanessa come on down. We'll get some grub going. We can watch a game. That'd be fun.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Cool, man. You got anything else to talk about?
No, I think that's it, man. A really busy week. A great week when you really look back at it.
Yeah.
Let's just keep this ball rolling, man. Oh, we do play Angel City after Gotham, if I remember correctly. So that's also a winnable game. So if we can get 2 quality results.
But that'll be next weekend, right?
That'll be next weekend, yeah.
Next Sunday at Angel City. Cool.
So the next 2 games, if we can get some good results, man, we'll be right in the mix.
Right in the mix. That's things are lining up. So just got to keep the momentum going. Keep an eye out to see if France starts. That interests me a lot. I'm interested to gossip and write that storyline. You know what I mean? To see what's happening there. I don't know why, but
you just cause chaos, right? Just cause a bunch of chaos.
Yeah, I'm just a troublemaker. Listen, hey, if you guys want to follow us, you don't have to. We suck on Twitter and Instagram, but if you want to follow us, Chris is trying to get into it. He's just he's not very good, so come help him out.
Well said.
At Chris Wright 21, I'm at Dan Kooser. I retweet controversial McKeominnis stuff. we're at No Other Pod. You can email us nootherpod@gmail.com. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram. Rate and review us. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the stuff. Let us know what's going on in your life and what you want to hear more about. We'll be back next week. Yeah. Teal Talk boys. We'll be back. We love you guys. Take care.
Thanks for watching this production of KC Sports Network, the fastest growing sports media network in Kansas City. Check out these videos that feature our team of more than 15 former players, insiders, and analysts bringing you the best Chiefs coverage you can find. Entertain, educate, inform. KC Sports Network.